What's up, y'all? This your girl, Miss Maggie T, with another edition of Lush Buzz. If you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss another post from me. But definitely want to go ahead and get into a little bit of that Kirk Franklin recording that went out with him and his son, his 33-year-old son, mind you, where they had a family altercation and his son decided to record it. Here's the clip right here, and I'll give you my thoughts afterwards.
Up a piece of paper. Okay, if you think I'm reading this paper, let me say it like this. When your bitch ass starts getting some shit that's disrespectful, you need to get your skinny motherfucking ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your ass. Because I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Shut the fuck up. I'm old.
What's up? I will punch your neck, nigga. Don't you ever disrespect me.
I did it.
He just hung up the phone. I'll break your neck. Is that a threat?
You know what? That definitely is a perfect example of an human being. And everybody's kind of getting on Kirk Franklin because he is this Christian. You know, he's a, Grammy award winning artist, etc. And, he has a reputation that he has to uphold. Understandable. But at the same time, now, what he said to his child was a bit ruthless. I get that. I definitely get that. So maybe a different set of choice of words would have been appropriate. But at the same time, in the heat of a moment, especially if you're feeling like you're being disrespected, and maybe even he probably knew something was going on for him to show out like that. And I'm going to say it like this. In that clip, it sounded like we missed a portion of that conversation, because if you go back and listen to it, the first part of that recording, it seemed like his tone was a little different than the ending when he was really going in and, saying what he had to say. His voice was higher pitched. So it just seems like his son set that up, in my opinion, and had somebody else there because he was speaking to someone outside of this recording to basically, did you hear that? Is that a threat? So it was like he set up his father to record that private conversation the two of them had with one another. And that's something I don't agree with. You are a grown adult. And of course, maybe y'all relationship is estranged, but at the same time, that is your personal, private business. What good are you going to get out of it by exposing that individual? And so that's what I don't agree with. Now, of course, a better choice of words would have been a bit more appropriate, like I stated earlier. But all our kids, we've all been there. As a parent, your kids will test you. Absolutely, especially when they feel like they're adults now and they can say what they want to say. You still have to respect that parent. Respect your elders, by the way, period. I don't care who it is, father, mother, grandparents, elderly outside, whoever. You respect someone that's older than you. Bottom line. And the fact that he's 33 years old and trying to set his father up this way just shows me that maybe what his father had to say in this in his video rings some truth to it. He felt disrespected. And out of heat of anger, things kind of fly out your mouth, and you know that. So I do hope that they can kind of reconcile and get this together, but keep it between the family. Don't expose it. It's going to get you nowhere. And this is what Kirk had to say. He had actually apologized for this, and I'll give my opinions about that.
Many of you know I have an older son named Kirk Franklin. In May, he'll be 33. For many years, we have had a toxic relationship with him as a family. We've tried for many years through counseling, through therapy, to try to rectify this private family matter. Recently, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely disrespected in that conversation, and I lost my temper. And I said words that are not appropriate. And I am sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know as a father that during that conversation, I called the family therapist and got that therapist on the phone to try to help. He never played that part of the recording. I'm not perfect. I'm human and I'm going to make mistakes and I'm trying to get it right. Please keep me and my family in your prayers.
Well, as you can see from that clip, like we said, we missed quite a bit from that conversation. He said that he hit up a therapist and tried to get a therapist to intervene. And like I said, it just seemed like we did miss quite a bit of that conversation due to the tone of his voice for each clip that played, that 45-second video. I didn't believe it for one thing that we wasn't missing something. What did you say to your father for him to react like that? As well as what is really truly going on here? Why does his father feel disrespected? And why do you feel the need to record? To me, it's a setup. That's how I felt about it. Bottom line, for him to apologize, I understand it, because he's in the public eye. He's a Christian man, yada, 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 yada. But at the end of the day, he is a human and he is also a father that apparently got some deep issues going on that is in his relationship that he calls toxic. And they're trying to get therapy and help about it, but it takes two people to cooperate with this situation for it to work. Bottom line. So if one doesn't want to cooperate and trying to get something up out of the situation, it's not going to work. Now, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know why the son feels the way that he feels to expose his dad like that. We don't know. Nobody's perfect. Absolutely. I'm not holding Kirk Franklin up to be somebody that's perfect. Not at all. But at the same time, if you're going to expose it all. You need to show your side of it as well for him that provoked him to say those inappropriate things to you. Okay? But other than that, this is Miss Maggie T with Lush Exchange. I appreciate y'all tuning in to me. Go ahead and leave a comment on how you feel about it. That's just my opinion. It's a daddy cussing out his child. How many people have done that? Come on now. Of course, I done been in a household of old school women and men and got told quite a bit of few words in the heat of an argument or a conversation, especially when you feeling yourself and you just want to get cocky towards your elder. Yeah, they're going to lash out at you. Trust and believe. That's called that respect factor. Is it wrong? The words was not right. But in that heat of an argument, it happens. Things fly at the mouth, people. And he apologized for it. So let's just pray for him and hope that they can kind of work this thing out. But I feel like this is not the end of it because his son felt that he got something out of this recording. So it's going to be a lot more. Okay. And the media is probably going to eat this up. But until the next time, people, this is Miss Maggie T with a Lush Exchange. And I appreciate you guys. And I'm out. Peace.